Onesies, a podcast of Onesies and Wonders and Blunders. My name's Andrew.
My name is Emily.
And we are back discussing the 1998 ABC dramedy, sexual assault dramedy, Maximum Bob, infidelity dramedy, Maximum Bob. We're on our last episode 7. If the bite fits, bite me harder, Daddy. What's it called?
Once Bitten.
Once Bitten. So, just getting right into it, we open with a recap of all of
the things that we missed from the pilot.
We basically go through all of Beau Bridges' sexual harassment of Kathy
Baker,
the ostensible lead of the show. And it was concerning because I'm like, why are they bringing all this up? They've spent the whole season getting away from this.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for their final episode. They were like, you know what our last ditch attempt should be at getting that back 9 or whatever, back 8. 7. They had a lot of 24 minus 7. They're back 16 or whatever. Math is not our strong suit at onesies. We only have to count to 1. But
it's a good joke. That's a good joke.
They go for it. They are going to get into not just Maximum Bob being a sexual predator, sexually harassing women. They're going to get into Liz Vassy telling her best friend, per the show at least, and Leanne's only friend, who is not imaginary, your husband tried to rape me the first time I met him, to which Leanne's like, he probably wasn't going to rape you. It's okay that he treated you like that.
But then also throughout the episode, as things are coming to light, she seems upset. Like she's genuinely upset that Bob was having affairs or that he was being a negligent father to these
bastards.
These out of wedlock children. But she doesn't seem upset about that. It was very weird. Everything is very weird. So there's like other plot points too from the pilot, like Sonny and what's his name?
Elrod, Elvin.
They have a plot where
they have a lengthy plot. Like they are
it's like the B. It's the B plot.
Like almost equal time for the amount. It's okay. So we open with the jailbreak.
Yes.
Which is Elvin, or not Elvin. What's Elvin's boyfriend's name?
Sonny.
Sonny is sick of Elvin. Elvin has been trying to learn better vocabulary for running their bed and breakfast, which has upset Sonny because Sonny just wants to have a baby. And so Sonny tries to get another convict, whose name Ike, who has hat tattooed on his forehead because he's too stupid to have hate tattooed on his forehead. He is willing to, we will find out, basically rope Sonny along, presumably in a sexual relationship, and to kill Elvin so Sonny can be free of him. Elvin confronts Sonny and says, you can just break up with me. You don't have to try to kill me. To which Sonny acts hysterical. It's somewhat interesting to see the period of time when gay men were just characterized as hysterical women. So that's interesting, I guess.
But Elvin's not being characterized that way.
No, Elvin's not being characterized that way.
He's the man in the relationship.
Indeed. He does not want the baby. He wants to start a business. So then Sonny and Ike escape through a garbage chute that is inexplicably unlocked. And we get the credits, which I skipped because I was like, this is the last episode. I'm already hating everything about this. Let's hurry it up.
And as I was saying before, there are lots of things happening in this episode. And it, instead of making it go faster, it actually made it go slower.
It just drags
It
because
drags.
every scene ostensibly has gravitas, because we are going to then cut to the courtroom where the judge, no, we see the commercial first. We see the judge's commercial campaign where special guest star Rick Worthy, whomst I love, from Eyes, a one-season show that, depending on the state of Western civilization, we might get to next year, since I'm already committed to the next show. But he is the Black campaign consultant who is working on the campaign now, and the campaign ads are Judge Maximum Bob will kill Black men.
Yeah.
To which everybody cheers except the prosecuting attorney, who is also on the judge's campaign, which we discussed in the pilot, seems like a gross conflict of interest. He's like, hey, now, this seems really fucking racist.
He's like, you're going to disenfranchise every Black voter in Florida. And then the Black man whose character's name I don't remember, is like, it doesn't really matter. There's only Black people only account for 3% of the voting population in Florida, so disenfranchise away.
Yeah,
which is super problematic.
Also, probably an accurate representation. Hey, guess what? 3% of the voting population? That's more than 4 other southern states now. So there you go. You're forgetting how liberal the 90s were, Emily.
This is their attempt, I think, at being liberal, because they have a Black man saying it.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I'm like not even joking. This is their attempt at being liberal.
It is. I agree. I'm not the one who's married to Barry Sonnenfeld. Okay, so then we cut in a I want to stop watching. I should have just not watched it and just faked my way through this, as you have done in the past.
I've not. How dare you?
You literally did it with one of these episodes, didn't you? Where you're like, I didn't watch the ending. Yeah.
It was the end. It was like the last 5 minutes.
Okay, so we then get this transition to the courtroom where they're really playing up the theatricality and absurdity of the courtroom, which is really shitty. It is a different courtroom set, which is interesting. Like, maybe they'd already started tearing down the Maximum Bob sets and we're like, you can just use this one. But he's yelling at Liz Vassy, Kathy, who's like, this seems like not law. And he's like, I'll tell you what the law is. And then a lady stands up and is like, is that like when you told me what the law was when you sexually harassed me and bit me on the ass? And he's just like, what? So then we cut to the judge talking to the campaign guys. Black guy Rick Worthy and the prosecutor, who technically gets more to do in this episode in a way than he ever does, which is again why it's so full. And then it will involve let's see. So the judge is like, I'd never get caught, type thing. And they're like, as long as you'd never get caught. And he's like, oh shit, Leanne might have heard about this. And they're like, yeah, man, she's fucking heard about it. It's big news. Yeah. So we probably get something with Elvin and Sonny, because
Elvin is left behind of the breakout.
Yeah.
And he gets he mates with the sheriff, and the sheriff puts an ankle monitor on him, and they're going to go search for Sonny and Ike.
Yes, they're going to go to
So
all of the old hangouts, which will be most of the extent of Sheriff Gary's participation in these episode, except at the end to remind Liz Vassy that he would probably rape her if he could get away with it. So what year was Dweebs?
I don't know.
97, I think. So we have not learned in another year to maybe not have the nice guy be like, well, I mean, I would obviously rape you too. It's just, there's that Hispanic lady that I could definitely get away with raping. So you'd make a big stink out of it. But that's for the finale of Emily's favorite show that we had to watch here. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna like rob a liquor store together, and
Sonny gets distracted by a baby who's there with his
gas
mother.
Station. That's right. It's a gas
station.
And
he's asking the mom questions about, what kind of diapers do you use and what do you do if this happens? And then he notices that Ike is holding the gas station attendant up and goes to stop him from doing that because there's a baby and we have to be careful. We can't hurt anybody because he's got a gun and he's got it in the attendant's face. So funny enough, they're unmasked, they're wearing their normal clothing, and they're using each other's names, which the crack team here. So the attendant hits the button under the desk after being threatened not to remember that they were even there. And that calls attention to the sheriff, who eventually shows up. They're trying to get description of the two men and the whatever car they have absconded with.
God, the car thing goes on forever. We also going on forever will be Elvin torturing the attendant for more information, despite the attendant not having more information. Also, in the open, Ike establishes that his sister has 3 kids she doesn't want, so she can definitely give them a baby.
Yeah,
pin in that. We might have also gotten Ike seeing Kathy Baker's name mentioned somewhere or something and being like, Kathy Baker. And you're like, oh no, he's going to try to kill her.
There's a scene where he's getting a tattoo and he wants her name tattooed on him.
That's after this.
Okay. Yeah, but I thought that's where I first saw him noticing her.
I don't know.
He must have known before because there's no way that he got involved with Sonny.
Did it come up in the open? Maybe I don't know. It was like the initial thing was an aside where I think it actually was when they escaped. He's just like under his breath. He's like, and now we're gonna get that Kathy Baker. Okay, so yeah, so Elvin and Gary are investigating together. They're gonna go after the car. We established in the recap and also in the first scene that Elvin tries to placate Sonny with Snickers bars. So Elvin is very worried about whether or not Ike also gives Sonny Snickers bars. That will be established that he does in this scene, and it breaks Elvin's heart. But it does confirm that the car is the convict's car. Okay.
Right.
Meanwhile, the judge is trying to convince Leanne he didn't do nothing wrong.
He's trying to bribe her with fine wine and flowers.
And it's basically working until someone else comes forward. We then get this protracted thing, and I feel like we've already done it on the show, where he tries to engage Kathy Baker as his attorney. And she's like, you just want me because I'm a woman. Did you also forget that you like locked me up for not fucking you? And he's like, let's just forget about that. I'd never do that to anybody else. I just did it to you because I want to fuck you so bad. And he's like, it's a compliment. And then
he keeps describing it as a deep appreciation of ladies.
Yes. So we are also going to get the judge being interviewed on television, where he is supposed to be making this all better. Instead, he's freaking out his two campaign advisors in their last significant scene, really, where they run in to try to stop him from saying, there ain't nothing wrong. It, if she says no enough, then it's no. But right up until then, oh, it's hell yes. And
it was so gross.
Really, you think you don't think the president of the United States could say this tomorrow?
It would still be gross.
You just don't appreciate men.
If it was President Obama, it would be gross. If it was Donald Trump, it would be gross. If it was Hillary Clinton, it would be gross. Whoever said that would be gross.
When it was Bill Clinton, was it gross?
Yes.
The vibes for this stuff, if you are not familiar, and you should not necessarily familiarize yourself, the Nazis were actually really into this too. Like, they were really into being gross, like, just flatulent pigs, being like, 17-year-old girls want a piece of this. Like, they were really into that too. Shocker. Okay, so I wonder what the common denominator is. But Leanne then convinces Liz Vassy to represent Big, to which Liz Vassy's like, Leanne, I need to tell you something. And Leanne's like, and she's like, Big tried to rape me. And he's like, oh, he never would have actually raped you. And she's just like, what? And Leanne's like, he just loves women or something. We are not going to get any Wanda Grace. We are not going to get any actual psychic energy. It is a very weird Leanne. This is Leanne.
She just talks about it. I can feel your presence. Yes. It's very.
This is Leanne in her Usha Vance, Melania era. Like, she's ready for him to get a Hummer from Laura Loomer in the other room while she's sitting there.
What's a Hummer?
A Hummer is a type of car driven by racists.
What does that have to do with Laura Loomer? Is she going to buy him a Hummer?
Maybe. You should actually ask your husband, Barry Sonnenfeld. Okay, so moving on. Liz Vassy takes over the case and immediately holds a press conference where she's like, yes, actually, we will agree that he did bite the second person because they were in third grade at the time.
Yeah. And it's like played off as being like cute.
Yes. And also it couldn't have been him biting the first woman because she had a dentist check his dental records.
Yeah.
While she's giving the press conference or immediately afterwards, we're not going to figure it out. Somebody just said that they have his bastard.
The woman's in the audience.
Oh, she's in the audience.
And she's like, he and I had an affair and I was the housekeeper and this is our son.
Oh, and
she's got the baby.
Making a statement. Yes, and Leanne knows who the woman is.
Yeah.
So that we would pin in that. I mean, that's fine. So we probably do some more with Elvin or Sonny. We're gonna have Sonny getting that tattoo. Or Elvin or Ike getting that tattoo. Sonny being weird, but Ike convinces Sonny they need to track down Kathy Baker because it's not like his sister's just going to give him a baby.
It has to be done legally.
It has to be done legally. So we then are going to have Bob go visit the lady, the maid.
The housekeeper. She admits to, I mean, they talk about their sort of romantic liaison, which I don't know if we find out then, but we find out later happened before he met Leanne.
Nope.
No.
It happened when they were courting. So they were dating. He was telling her he was.
So they weren't engaged yet.
And she was a 30-year-old virgin, and he was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're talking. They're sort of reliving the past a little bit. Things get a little almost heated, which was gross, because Beau Bridges is not somebody get hot and steamy over.
You watched the last episode. Outside of Jack Tripper and Larry, he's the hottest lay on nighttime television. Even Liz Vassy agreed that he was a
Ugh,
sex god. Like, it's weird they didn't bring that back. That's what they really should have brought back. Like, I can't represent you, Judge, because I regret not letting you have your way with me. That would have been the real continuity follow
gross.
through.
Anyway,
Yeah,
she admits that she took money from his opponent to stage that scene. Um, that indeed that child was not his because it would have had to be 3 years old at least by that point, and it was still in diapers. Um, I guess technically a 3-year-old could still be in diapers, but anyway, it's not his kid. And she offers to clear his name if he pays her money, which we never really see get resolved.
I would assume he pays her off.
I assume he
Like,
pays her off
yeah.
as well.
Okay, so then lots has to happen because Elvin has to escape to team up with his dad. Ike and Sonny walks into. We don't really get anything about the jailbreak affecting the Liz Vassy or the judge, which is weird.
Mm-mm.
But then Sonny's like, "Hey, I need your help." And she's like, "What do you need my help with?" And Ike's like, "With fucking kidnapping you. I love you." So
Yeah.
they tie her up in a warehouse or someplace, and we get this protracted scene sequence because they keep coming back to it. Initially, it seems like Ike is just going to rape Liz Vassy in front of Sonny. Sonny seems prepared for that. I do not remember the actor who plays Ike, but I vaguely remember that he seemed familiar from the era. He seemed familiar in that he maybe had like guest spots where he didn't play just a rapist convict, but then I think he went on to just playing rapist convicts.
Mhm.
Um, because if that's what you look like, I guess that's what you do. So, but we cut to commercial and we will get check ins on this scene where apparently Ike needs it to be consensual. And so he keeps trying to talk Liz Vassy into it. And she's just like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm not having sex with you. And he's like, but come on, you changed my whole life if you gave me a little play.
And Sonny does not seem okay with it.
No,
He's
Sonny's,
he's doing the again hysterical woman thing where he's like,
yes,
"What?" But he's not actually doing anything. He's not getting
no.
up and
I
fighting.
was
He's
waiting
not
for him to
running
kill
away.
Ike. Yeah,
Yeah, he
nothing.
doesn't
He
do
does
anything
nothing.
but sit there and whine. So he's
Yes.
doing hysterical woman, but in the big baby diaper pants boy way.
Yes. Meanwhile, Elvin is teamed up with his father, played by William Sanderson. We will get Beth Grant, but we will not get her interacting with the boys
Mm-mm.
because the Crow family has teamed up to rescue Sonny, which involves Elvin having to tell his daddy's gay, to which
It goes pretty well,
it goes
all
pretty
things
well,
considered.
all things considered. The worst it gets is when they meet the other two, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the dad's like, "Your brother's gone queer. We got to go save his boyfriend." And
This
they're
was
like,
before queer was reclaimed.
"Yes, yes, one must forget that, or one forgets that it was not." Anyway, so they're going to go rescue them. In the meantime, we are going to have Big telling Leanne about the interim relationship where
He
he's like,
explains that you didn't want to have sex with me and men have needs that need to be met. And, what else was a man to do?
"Yep," which is science, right, Emily?
I'm not a scientist.
Um, so Leanne's like, "Well, I guess I forgive you because you'd never really do anything, right?" He's like, "I never really do anything." And she's like, "Okay, can't wait to see how you turn out at the end of this book, Big."
Oh yeah, that was weird. She compares him to his story to like the story of a book. It's a compelling story that I can't wait to see how it ends. And it's like, this is weird because it is an Elmore Leonard book. I don't think it's a nod to Elmore Leonard and his literary prowess. But I thought it was very weird and Also, we've given up on the idea of her saving his soul.
Would certainly think that we have given up on that. On the other hand, Emily, is it really wrong for men to sexually assault women?
There's not even any mention of it, I guess is what I'm saying. She's
Okay.
because Wanda Grace is gone. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I don't
Such a
like.
good show you picked. So,
Hey, what's the point of this show? We watch shitty TV. That's the point of
n-
it.
no, that is
Yep.
not the point of the show. The point of the show is we watch shows that did not get renewed to see if we can ascertain why they lacked the popularity to get renewed, which just happens to involve lots of shitty shows. We've watched some good shows, long ass time, been a
Yeah.
long ass time. And most of those shows didn't get renewed because people are really stupid, but they're not the right kind of stupid for Maximum Bob. The right kind of stupid for Maximum Bob, it was way too smart for them, and they would not get their needs fulfilled until Duck Dynasty fucking mainlined stupid redneck racists for
Yeah.
everyone. Hashtag the learning channel. So yeah, we're done with the Wanda Grace big shit for the most part, I think, because then we have the rescue. We're going really fast on this one, folks.
Yeah. Well, it was again, it was so much. It's hard to keep track of it all. A lot of cutting, short scenes. I don't know. It was
lot of scenes because
yeah.
there's like sheriff talking to Elvin about the car, but also somebody else about the car. But then we also have we somehow Elvin escapes that I do not remember. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because after they rescue everyone, we're gonna do a jump ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a happy ending for Elvin and Sonny, who had 6 months on their sentences at the beginning, are out in 2 months after this. They do not mention why they're out in 2 months after one of them broke out of prison, the other one broke out, beat his tethering assistance thing to, conspire. I mean, like, it's still, well, no, in Texas, in Florida now, Ike would have been like, stand your ground, man. I got to kill them all. Like, but though there was a thing recently where it turns out you can't drive like 175 miles to someone's house and kill them and then go stand your ground. They actually said no to that one.
Wow.
And it was a white kid who did it. So they've gone woke in Florida. You heard it here first. So, yeah, but they're at the opening of the bed and breakfast. And I was like, are we really not going to get any resolution with Maximum Bob? Thank goodness we get some of that. Instead, what we're going to establish is that Rosita is the assistant manager in her words, but in
Rosita, by the way, we didn't name her, I don't think, is the former
baby
housekeeper.
Mama.
Yeah.
And she's letting Sonny take care of her baby.
Well, she goes around like flirting with all the men.
We're not there yet.
But she does.
She does, but we're not there yet because you loved it so much that we're going to spend a whole minute talking about Sam Robards and how proud Lauren Bacall must be of him from heaven. So Elvin treats her like shit, which is cool because there's definitely a racial tone to it. The bed and breakfast has a funny name. This episode seems like it should be the second episode in a lot of ways, just because of how much it ties into the first episode. The bed and breakfast is some naked statue and some funny, like, what's it called? The big house or something. Yeah. So it's also like a not restored building. So I think they've got a lot of work cut out for them that we have not established yet. That would have been in season 2.
They did talk about when it was going to be Sonny and Ike Sonny was
Yes.
talking about, we're going to put these statues here
There's
and
a
the pool is going to
lengthy,
be here. And yeah, he does talk about it.
yes.
We just don't see it happen.
No. So now for Emily's second favorite scene of the episode, Rosita gives Sheriff Gary, who's talking to Liz Vassy, a wink. And Sheriff Gary's like, oh, yeah. And Liz Vassy's like, wow, could you not undress her with your eyes? And he's like, oh, honey, I'm not undressing her with my eyes. I'm having sex with her in my head. To which Liz Vassy, liberated woman, goes, are you done yet? To which he goes,
how was it? Is what she asks.
How was it? To which he goes,
I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet. Oh, yes. What a good guy. What a good guy. What a good set of men Liz Vassy has had to deal with on this show. They've certainly treated her respectfully. We then cut to the judge in his chambers where he's hanging out with the boys.
Having poker night, it seems
There's
like.
nothing about the gubernatorial race.
Nothing about the gubernatorial
strange.
race. He's hanging out in chamber, or not in chambers, in the courthouse.
Yes.
They're all smoking cigars and drinking. I'm like, why aren't you at your giant palatial home? Why are you doing this in the courthouse?
Because somebody brings in a little lady. Now, what's interesting about this scene is the prosecuting attorney keeps like an eye on this situation, and it seems like he's like, oh God, is he going to be a fucking creep? To which the judge is like, let me have my assistant take you back there and fill out a little paperwork to see if you're what we need here, and then I'll come back and see you myself. She goes in back. Leanne comes in and is like,
sees her,
is like, hey, are you gonna rape her? And he's like, hell no, she's a gay. Don't have to worry about that, baby. So there you go. The judge is just going to fuck around on Leanne. That's what we've established.
Younger model.
This entire fucking episode and show. So that is it. We do not end. We end on Maximum Bob's a piece of shit. There's a reason Jeff Bridges laughed when his agent suggested he take this.
Yeah.
Now with our extended time left, I thought Emily could tell us why this is her favorite show of all time.
Because it got you squirreling around in your panties, getting your panties in a twist so much.
Remember when we thought the worst was going to be that Leanne was going to be dressed in lingerie the whole series?
Well, you thought that because you didn't think it was wrong of the very first scene, the sheriff deputy to threaten to rape Liz Vassy on the street.
It's weird because, the show didn't think that was that bad either.
Mm.
It's weird he didn't come back after they redeemed him as a lovable scamp. So, yeah, cool. So Maximum Bob, I lost respect for Barry Sonnenfeld.
Barry Levinson, too. Fuck him.
I mean, no, we're not going. I don't have enough information to castigate Barry Levinson at this point in time. Liz Vassy. Oh, it was pretty funny because there was no preview for the next show, but there was a preview for the show Cupid, starring Jeremy Piven, which I think came back at one point.
Did it?
Without him. They tried it again because they love the concept so much. But that infamously had Paula Marshall, who is considered to be one of those people whose pilots never go to series in the 90s. Like, she very consistently was on shows that did not go to series. Pinning that for our announcement for next season. But we then... So Liz Vassy, not a great... I can understand, not really wanting to do more of this. Other stars, whatever.
Beth Grant's kicking around.
Beth Grant. We watched another Beth Grant show.
Mm-hmm.
Emily liked that one because we got to see Kevin Bacon's old man wiener. We didn't get to see it.
I mean, I Googled it, but we didn't see it in the show. I Googled it from Wild Things.
I think You can Google it from. Didn't I tell you to go watch Stir of Echoes?
Did I watch Stir of Echoes? No.
I don't know. You could. The only reason to do it would be for some bacon. Okay, so I guess lost respect for Elmore Leonard, though I didn't really necessarily have very much. Yeah, cool show.
You're welcome. What's going on next time?
So next time, Emily's got to make some time because she has a 2-hour #90-minute after commercials are removed pilot movie to watch. We will be watching the 1990 Columbia Broadcasting System show that was up against The Cosby Show. We will be watching The Flash, a full season superhero program where Emily will get to see such guest stars as Paula Marshall. Rick Springfield, I believe, is in an episode. No, is it Rick Springfield or is it the Cassidy guy? It might be. Who's the Cassidy guy?
David Cassidy from the Partridge Family?
Yes, David Cassidy's going to be in it. Mark Hamill's going to be in it. What's her face is going to be in it.
Corinne Bohr.
Corinne Bohr is going to be in it. Megan Hazer is going to be in it. Alex Desiree, but back before they put the tildes, so it's just Desert. Richard Belzer will show up.
Oh, I love Bells.
Bells will show up quite a bit. Jason Bernard's going to be on it. And some other folks, Ian Buchanan, I believe. We will be watching the program in the intended airing order. So I will have to talk Emily through how we will be doing that. And she's made, it's a nice 20-hour commitment versus the 7-hour commitment. But as I was watching this the other day, I was thinking, I actually do want to watch The Flash. I don't want to watch this. So at least one of us will be enjoying some of next season, which is more than I can say for this, except that Emily thinks Beau Bridges is really hot when he acts like Ron DeSantis.
Emily does not think Beau Bridges is very hot. I'm actually kind of excited. That's DC property, correct?
There are no crossovers. No other superheroes exist in the universe. We will not get halfway through the first or second episode, and I won't get to make fun of Emily not knowing that it's actually about a Muslim American teenage girl being a superhero, not about a Muslim American girl who likes comic books becoming a superhero. We won't get to discuss the layers of that. Instead, we will just get to discuss, cheap, or not super cheap, but, the special, there's no CGI. It'll be interesting. Have you seen the 1989 film Batman?
The Tim Burton one?
Yes.
Ages ago.
Okay. Exists in that context. So that'll be interesting that this is very about all that exists in that context. This is a reaction in some ways to the Batman movie. We will also, next episode for the pilot, have a appearance from Tim Thomerson, I believe his first on the podcast.
Wow. Nice.
And M. Emmett Walsh.
No, wasn't Tim Thomerson, wasn't he one of the guys in the...
Yes, he was. It's a comeback for Quark. You know what show fucking sucked too? Quark sucked.
He's coming back, folks. Tim Thomerson, as you've never seen him before. Okay, well, actually, this conversation was great. I have some DC news for you off pod, but
interesting.
Thank you all for listening to season 22 of Onesies. We'll see you next time when we discuss the 2-hour pilot of The Flash. Great. Yeah. Andrew, I'll see you in television land.
See you in television.